Hello, am I audible? Mr. Shoaib, am I audible? Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Chitra ma'am. Because
Students,
I joined
students
sharp
are
at
joining.
3:55 and then I was not understanding whether am I audible or not.
Yes, sir. So, good afternoon, students. So, hope that all of you are free now. Most of your exams are over. So, since all of us are trying for a new job, we thought that we'll request Manisha ma'am to conduct a second session for you. So, this session, which ma'am will be conducting for you, will be a follow-up session of the earlier one. And we are going to go much deeper into the aspects of required for attending or facing an interview with more confidence. So, as mentioned to you earlier, Manisha ma'am is a counselor and she has been in this field for over 35 years. And she is into master training as well. She, Manisha ma'am is associated with Macmillan as a resource person for over a decade, and she has achieved several achievements and awards, including Ideal Teachers Award by Government of Maharashtra, and she has been awarded for a special contribution to Nagpur Rural Police. Then she has received an award for Teacher Par Excellence by International Institute of Hotels. So we are really glad, ma'am, that you are with us this afternoon to guide our students on how to face the job interview. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am, for your chosen words of appreciation. I hope I am audible clearly to each and every one of you. There's no hindrance about my voice reaching out to you.
Perfect.
Is that okay?
Your voice is perfect, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Chitra ma'am, I would like to have a very quick revision, run through what we did last time, and then we will continue.
Yes,
As the very interesting topic goes for our last session, and that was from nervous to knockout. And by the topic itself, it was very clear that what we are going to discuss in this. We first saw what interview is, then we saw the types of interviews, and then while facing the interviews, what care we have to take. That is what we discussed. After doing that, we learned about how to prepare, what should be our homework before we go in for our interview. Along with that, we also discuss what is not to be done during the interview. But friends, while discussing what is not to be done during the interview, some things were not very clearly discussed by us. And today we are going to have a very detailed run through as much as possible as per our time allotment. So are we all ready? I would like some of you to answer, some of you to say yes, no, okay, ma'am, something with your name, whatever. Are you all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, may I know your names, please?
My name is Aditya Singh.
Were you there last time?
No, ma'am. I was
You
not
were
there
not
last
there.
time.
Okay, okay. Who else? Who else? I would like to hear it from any one of you. Hello, am I audible? I hope I am. Chitra ma'am, sorry to bother you, but
yes, ma'am.
then am I not audible? I mean, I should get some response from them. Who are the participants? At least one, two, three, four, something, some names I should get. How do I understand? Are they
Ma'am,
attentive?
yeah, I'll request them. Students, please write down your names in the chat box. Identify yourself so that ma'am could, have a one-to-one in between with at least a few of you who are identifying themselves. I guess there's Nikhil Sharma,
Okay, Mr.
Pranalika
Nikhil.
Mehtre.
Okay.
Then there's
Nikhil was there last time, probably.
Aditya Singh is there.
Okay.
Good. Sana Khan,
Okay.
Iyer, Sujitha Iyer, Swati Mishra,
Okay.
Shrutika
Swati was there last
Vengankar,
time also. Yeah.
Shrutika Vengankar, Anjali,
Okay.
Umesh,
Okay. Thank you,
Khalida,
ma'am. At least I can
Ganesh.
refer to them. I like to refer to them one to one. One on one is always a good interaction, isn't it? So
Yes,
that's why I use the name. Thank you so much. Chitra ma'am, what
yes,
I was
ma'am.
thinking was
Yes,
instead of
ma'am.
giving them only theoretical or lecture only and just giving them, stuffing them with information, let's have a mock interview. How do we, I mean, face uh, what all anxieties are there in our mind and what all the questions will come. So let's have a mock interview very quickly.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, sure.
So I would like to take your interview. Would you like to face it, ma'am?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, sure. We can do that, ma'am.
Thank you for your supportive response, and I'm glad that somebody like this is there, so that these students, or rather these friends, will understand that it is very important that we get a chance to interact, and from that interaction, we will learn, or we will come to know, and we will try, both of us, reach out to them with our positives as well as negatives. I can't
Sure,
see
ma'am.
you, Chitra ma'am, at present, so if you will be on the screen, it will be great.
Just a minute. Uh, so, Om ji,
जी जी
आप मैम के साथ मेरा भी स्पॉटलाइट कर देंगे मैम को. मैम वांट्स मी इन द स्पॉटलाइट आल्सो विद
जी
हर.
जी 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 बिल्कुल.
थैंक यू ओम जी.
Now we are together. So
Just a minute, just a minute, ma'am, just a minute.
yes, yes.
A minute. Yes, ma'am.
Uh, Dear friends, both of us are here in front of you now. Chitra ma'am is going to face the interview. I'm going to take the interview. At present, we will not be able to show, because of our technical limitations, that the way she enters and the way she will take her seat and all. But I would like to brief you about that entry. When you enter, walk straight with your head held high, very properly, with your shoulders in a proper position. Please do not walk like this and like a timid one, like this. Your body language has to be perfect. Straight, head up, chin up, and walk in. Smile on your face will be great. Shake hands if they are willing to, because by their face, their facial expressions, we understand whether they are just making their giving their hand to you to shake with them, or they'll say namaste, you also say namaste. They'll just nod their head and will say, unless and until they say, please take your seat, please do not sit. Remember these things very well. Taking it into consideration, Chitra ma'am followed everything. She walked in straight with her head high, her chin up, with a smile on her face. I greeted her, she greeted me, and I asked her to take her seat, and she has taken a seat. These are very important things. The moment you enter, people are looking at you. लोग देखते रहते हैं आपको. And then by your facial expressions or your walk, they will definitely understand what it is. Sitting here, I can tell you, dropping the shoulders means this, taking your neck in means this, sitting straight is this, your shoulders straight means this, head held high means this, chin up means this. It's very important that we follow this posture when we walk. When we are sitting, this is a perfect posture, what she is in and what I am in. We have we are sitting in front of each other. हम आमने सामने बैठे हैं, और आमने सामने बैठने के बाद we will begin not directly with the interview. No one, a good interview taker, a good HR, generally they are the HRs who are involved in this interview taking process. They will never go in for a direct interview question. They will make you comfortable first. And while making you comfortable, they will be judging you. How are you doing? What are you doing? So let us continue with our interview. Uh, Hello, ma'am. Welcome to our institution. They may say organization, they may say institution, they may say institute, whatever is the nature of work and how is that particular company, it will depend what name will be used by them. Okay. Hello, welcome. May I know your name? Tell me something about yourself.
My name is Chitra.
Tell me something about yourself.
Okay. I have been a journalist for 2 decades.
And what makes you come here for the interview in our company?
Um, well, nothing. I just saw an ad and I thought I should apply. That's it.
But you must have thought something about it. Ki, why should I go in this company only?
I didn't think much.
Okay. Tell me something about your previous institution where you worked.
Oh, my previous institution was not so great. So I had long working hours and I'm feeling very tired after working. So I just want to quit.
We too have the same working hours. Then you came for the interview. So your previous institution must have given you some job work and all. And what made you leave that, or why will you leave that and come here and join us?
Actually, that work was not so interesting, you know. So I thought that I should apply here. Probably I'll get something new.
Why do you think you're special, or why do you think you're suitable for this job? Why do you think we should choose you?
Uh,
Any one of these three can come in front of you. Okay. So why do you think you are special? Why should we choose you?
because I have a lot of years of experience and I feel that I can be an asset for your company. Um, the kind of responsibilities you've mentioned in your JD, I think that I'm the best candidate for this particular post.
You have been a journalist. This job also involves something related to sales. Will it be okay for you?
Not really. I'm not really keen on, you know, meeting people, selling products. That is not my cup of tea.
If that is not your cup of tea, then I'm sorry. How you appeared for the interview over here?
I thought probably I'll get a nice 30% raise when I apply here in your organization.
Did you study the nature of the post before walking in the interview? Or
I saw the designation name and I thought that since I have so many years of experience, I'm the right candidate.
okay, what do you think? This
Oh,
post which has
actually,
been
you know what? I think that I have worked with several brands, so I would be the right candidate.
Okay, let me complete my question. What do you think? Generally, people make mistake when they are on this post, the post which is you are interviewed for at present. What do you think? The people who work on this post generally make some mistakes, or they are perfect?
Well, because the time constraints, you have just an hour or two to make decisions. So, in all likelihood, there are chances of making mistakes, and it's the saying goes to err is human. So,
Tell me something about your hobby. Which sport do you like?
no, I'm not a hobby person. I really don't like. I don't have any hobbies. I just like to work. That's it.
Okay. Now the last question. Do you have any question for me?
Well, not really. I haven't thought about it.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming for the interview. Thank you so
Thank
much. You may leave now.
Thank you.
Chitra ma'am, thank you so much for this spot on addition with me over here for the mock interview. This was all spot on. Friends, if you're thinking okay, this was pre planned or we exchanged the questions or this thing and nothing. It was just spot on, and we discussed, both of us, what we wanted to tell you. The first thing, let us begin with the very first thing. I told that let you all consider that one thing is over, and that is she walked in and we asked her to sit and we made her comfortable. After that, what happened? You saw was she was doing like this, or she was covering her face with her fingers, or something very unusual she was doing, which was making me feel that she is very uncomfortable. As I said, it was a mock interview. Thank you for this addition, Chitra ma'am, because I also want to tell them what are the positives, so what are the negatives also. Because each coin has two sides. Only positives bata ke nahi hoga. We will have to tell them that ye karna nahi. What she did, exactly that should never be done. For example, this is the tabletop and these are my fingers. Tapping the fingers, ऐसे ऐसे करने की आदत होती है बहुत लोगों को। इंटरव्यू देते वक्त सामने बैठते हैं, टेबल के ऊपर इस तरीके से टैप करते 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 आगे बढ़ते हैं। दिस शुड नेवर बी डन। The normal posture, as I told you, you can sit with your folded hands. Don't fold it so strongly. Just let them be relaxed. You can keep them on your thigh, near the knee. It is very simple that you are in a comfortable position. Do not make yourself very uncomfortable at all. That it should be obvious. ऐसे दिखना नहीं चाहिए, ऐसा क्लियरली सामने वाले को नहीं समझना चाहिए ये अनकंफर्टेबल है। भले नर्वस होना ये कोई अननेचुरल बात नहीं, इनह्यूमन बात नहीं, पर नर्वसनेस अपना सामने दिखना चाहिए कि नहीं, ये डिस्कशन का पॉइंट है। यू मे बी नर्वस बट यू विल हैव टू कंट्रोल। इज दैट ओके? Number one, that was the first point. In fact, the first point I told you was how to walk, how to come in, and the second point I told you was don't show your nervousness even if you are to the people in front where you are having the interview. The third and a very important thing is you have to have a eye contact. An eye contact. सीधा आंखों में देख के आप बात करेंगे. Suppose I am now talking to you all, पर मैं वहां देखकर बात करूंगी. वहां मुझे पेड़ दिखेंगे, पौधे दिखेंगे, पता नहीं और क्या. वहां मुझे टेबल दिखेंगे, चेयर दिखेंगे. मैं कहीं और देखती रहूं, पर मैं उधर ना देखूं जिधर देखना है, तो that will not make any sense. So you have to have perfect eye contact. Friends, all this what I'm talking to you is known as having a proper body language. Remember one thing, there is something called public speaking. मुझे नहीं पता एक बात आप लोगों को पता है कि नहीं, पर जब सर्वे किया गया तो ऐसा पता चला है कि दुनिया में 3 चीजों का बहुत डर लगता है लोगों को. On third number is अंधेरा, darkness. On second number is death, मृत्यु. And the topmost fear, what almost 93 to 95% people in the world have, is stage fear or communication with others. People are afraid of communication. Public speaking का डर लगता है, सामने वाले से बात करते वक्त डर लगता है. People feel I don't have content. मेरे पास बहुत सारा मैटर नहीं है बोलने के लिए, मैं क्या बोलूं? एक बात बताऊं आपको, psychologically it has been proved that for a good public speaker, body language 55% matters a lot. Just remember your school or college days and remember your teachers, your lecturers walking in. वो किस तरीके से आते? They barge in like this and you understand, oh, something is wrong. They come with a dropping shoulder. निकालो अभी बात करना है अपने को. You understand, not well or something went wrong somewhere, either an insult or demeaning. Or if they walk with a smiling face and say, come on friends, today's lecture is interesting now. We have to learn something very important. And then you realize, no, today's lecture is really going to be nice today. That's called body language, friends. Body language matters almost 55%. The non-verbal communication, what she exactly showed to you just now, and what is very important, and that is this is non-verbal communication. This is non-verbal communication. Without saying a word, you're telling a person in front that you are very nervous. Your nervousness is communicated to them without a single word. I would like to know, did I reach out to you till now? आप लोगों को कुछ समझ में आ रहा है मैं अभी तक के जो बोली हूँ वो?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We are understanding.
Please mention in the chat box so we come to know.
Yes.
Please reply. Yes, thank you, Rajiv.
Pravita, thank you. Aman, thank you. Shrutika, thank you. Okay. Thank you all of you for responding. And I must know why? Because me talking only will not help. What will help is you interacting with me and telling me. So far so good.
Yes, ma'am.
Sandy. Yes. Thank you so much. Again, I repeat, body language matters a lot. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है बॉडी लैंग्वेज का. आप with a smiling face बैठोगे, anybody will welcome you. You'll sit with a long face, nobody will like you. Please remember these things very well. Body language matters a lot, almost 55%. 38% is non-verbal communication. What I showed you just now. Some people, अगर ये मेरे दो पैर है, some people have a habit of doing like this all the time. They are tapping their feet और एक पैर ऐसा, एक पैर ऐसा, एक पैर ऐसा, एक पैर ऐसा, बैठे बैठे ऐसे करते ही रहते हैं. या तो उसकी आवाज आती है, या तो people sitting in front will note. कुछ कुछ इंटरव्यूअर्स बीच में टेबल नहीं रखते, या रखते भी तो है एकदम छोटा सा, शॉर्ट सा, ताकि आप उनको पूरे दिख सको. It's very important. So they can see you completely, and you tapping your leg like this, right or left, तुम्हारी body का posture change हो जाता है ना. If I am tapping a left leg, I will lean more towards right. If I tapping a right leg, I will lean more towards left. This is body language. This body language has to be perfect. Very confident, straight, look into the eye and talk. कोई फांसी की सजा तो नहीं है, उनके सवालों का जवाब आप नहीं दे पाए तो. So please remember that. Your body language matters 55% with a non-verbal communication 38%. फिर बचता कितना है? बचता तो केवल 7% है. 7% कंटेंट के ऊपर ध्यान दिया जाता है. आज तुम्हारा परसेंटेज भी वो लोग ज्यादा नहीं देखते. They see your communication skill, which is also known as public speaking, just as I told you. Friends, your public speaking skill, your no fear approach towards communication will fetch you more marks than your merit in the examination. Please remember that. It's very important, because now communication matters a lot in this 21st century. You should be able to convince the person in front. अगर तुमको नहीं भी आती ना एक चीज, तो भी सामने वाले को ऐसा लगना चाहिए इनको आती है. That is what was the first part of today's nervous to knockout session number 2, body language. It's very important. Now I'm coming to the attitude. The attitude means a lot. And now how that will be explained by me to you through the question and the answers we had in our mock interview. Friends, the point is कि अगर पूछते हैं मुझे बहुत लोग, मैम नर्वस लगता ही है, बिल्कुल लगता है, और अगर ये नर्वसनेस निकालनी है कम से कम उस वक्त के लिए, तो कुछ तो टिप्स दीजिए. एक टिप है, बहुत सिंपल है. When you're feeling nervous, just breathe deeply. Before you enter the room, deep breathing. Hold on and relax. Just hold on for 5 seconds, no problem. Do it 3 to 4 times before your number comes. I'll tell you, all the negativity is breathed out when you are doing this. ये जो सांस लेने की प्रक्रिया आप करोगे, ये ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज आप करोगे अंदर जाने के पहले, ये जो आपका नर्वसनेस है, ये आपकी जो फीलिंग है, ये जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेस पोजीशन लगती है उस वक्त, ये डीप ब्रीदिंग के एक्सरसाइज के साथ निकल जाएगी. दूसरी बात, जब आपके बारे में पूछा जाए तो बिल्कुल प्लीज क्लियरली बात बताइए. जैसे मैम, my profuse thanks to you to participate in this, and you showed the negative things also, which I really wanted you to do. When I asked you, tell me something about yourself, tell me something, what's your name and all. So never say, my name is Manisha. You please tell your full name and say it loudly, so that the people sitting there, the interviewers, suppose 3 of them are there, all the 3 should be able to hear you very clearly, so that next time they may refer to you by your name. Okay? I have this habit. Recently, I was invited to take interviews for the teachers in CBSE schools. And there, all those girls and boys who told their name very clearly and loudly, I referred to them by their name. And they felt so good. They met me after the interview and they told me, very rarely the interviewers call us by our name. And that is because if you are loud, they will hear it. And if you are not, they will not hear it. So please tell something about yourself very clearly. Friends, as per the rule of English language, never say myself Manisha. Never. Myself nahi bolna. Say my name is Manisha. Say I am Manisha. Say here I am. And I am known by the name Manisha. There are many ways with the help of which you can convey your name. Never say myself so and so. You know, one of my friend asked me for interview tips, and he said, what to do about those who say myself so and so, myself so and so? No. I said, clear, correct them there and say, don't say myself, that is wrong. Say, I am so and so. My name is so and so. I'm known by this name or XYZ. Friends, is it getting clearer to you?
Yes, ma'am.
There are many of you, Aditya, Sana, Swati, Anjali. Is it getting clearer to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
thank you, Rajiv. Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you so much for responding. Thank you. Aman, Rajiv, both of you, thank you so much. So we are talking about the attitude. The attitude is, well, thank you, Madhuri. Thank you so much. The attitude, Anjali, Madhuri, both of you, thank you. The attitude you show while answering the questions is very clearly seen. And if it is negative, that will be more prominently seen. बहुत clearly दिखता है वो. जैसे आप आपके प्रीवियस इंस्टीट्यूशन के बारे में कुछ बताइए, क्योंकि आप अब वो छोड़ के आने वाले हैं, या फिर आपने वो प्रीवियस इंस्टीट्यूट छोड़ने के लिए क्यों सोचा? तो if someone says that is not good and the face like this, that's not good. The HR there is not cooperative. The way you speak, like for example, that institution, forget it. Nobody considered anybody. I just don't want to work over there. Friends, never do that. Never speak about your previous institution in a bad manner. कुछ लोग होंगे आप लोगों में कि जो ऑलरेडी जॉब में हैं और अब दूसरा जॉब हायर अच्छा वाला देखने के लिए जा रहे हैं, उनके लिए तो ये टिप सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप उस इंस्टीट्यूशन के बारे में बुरा मत कहिए जहां आज आप कार्यरत हैं। बहुत सारे लोगों का ये फर्स्ट जॉब रहेगा। मैंने पिछले बार भी एक्सप्लेन किया था, इस बार भी बताती हूँ, कोई भी बर्डन लेके इंटरव्यू को मत जाइएगा। कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि पहले इंटरव्यू में ही हम सिलेक्ट नहीं होते, सेकेंड टाइम, थर्ड टाइम हम लोग को जाना पड़ता है इंटरव्यू के लिए। कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, जाइए, अपनी पहली बार हुई गलतियों से सीखिए और वो गलतियां फिर मत दोहराइए। कई बच्चों
Excuse me, ma'am, I have a query for our students. Since that
Yes.
They will be interviewed for the first time, most of them. So probably there are chances that the employers might ask them a question related to their educational institute, could be their school or college. Probably in that
Yes.
sense, or for that question, probably I feel that they should be very positive, right?
Yes,
Even
yes.
if
Thank you,
about
Chitra
their
ma'am. Thank you.
hometown.
Yes, thank you. It can be a previous institution or it can be your previous educational institution. Let me correct myself and thank you for that correction, Chitra ma'am. वो आपकी previous education institute भी हो सकती है या आपकी work place भी हो सकती है। Negativity आपके तरफ से कहीं भी किसी भी जवाब में ना छलके, बस ये आपको ध्यान रखना है। Okay? Right. Let's go ahead. Let's move. First, when you enter, And when you show this type of attitude और तुम्हारी नेगेटिविटी झलकती है, तो फिर सामने वाला सोचता है कि मैं इसे अब क्या ही पूछूं. And I was talking to you about something that first time, second time अगर सिलेक्शन नहीं होता है तो ज्यादा ये होने की जरूरत नहीं है, मायूस होने की. बहुत सारे बच्चे मुझे पूछते हैं, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स मुझे पूछते हैं, दे आस्क मैम हमारे पेरेंट्स ने हमारे लिए बहुत किया. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है, दे सेल ऑफ देयर लैंड, दे सेल ऑफ देयर प्रॉपर्टी टू एजुकेट मी. Friends, you are grateful to them. You show them with different gestures. पर ये बात ध्यान में रखिए कि मुझे उन्होंने मेरे लिए बहुत किया है करके पहले ही इंटरव्यू से टेंशन लेके और स्ट्रेस लेके नहीं जाना. जब आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा स्ट्रेस लोगे तो आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा गलतियां करोगे. इसलिए माँ बाप ने अपने लिए क्या किया है उसके लिए अपने को ग्रेटफुल रहना ही है. उन्होंने जो किया है उसके लिए थैंकफुल रहने के लिए जिंदगी में कई मौके आएंगे. उस वक्त हम उसको रीपे तो नहीं कर सकते फुल्ली, लेकिन वी विल बी ग्रेटफुल टू देम फॉर व्हाट दे हैव डन. बट उसका स्ट्रेस मत लीजिए फ्रेंड्स. इफ यू विल गो फॉर द इंटरव्यू विद स्ट्रेस, इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू, क्योंकि आपके मन में, आपके जहन में कंटिन्यूस वही बात चलती रहेगी. क्या होगा अगर ये नौकरी नहीं मिली, मैं क्या जवाब दूंगा अपने माता पिता को, उन्होंने मेरे लिए बहुत किया है. क्या जवाब दूंगा? ये सच है, मैं जानती हूँ, लेकिन टेंशन लेने से अगर सबको नौकरियां मिल जाती तो हम रोते रहते एक तो, या तो टेंशन लेते रहते. सारी दुनिया में सबको नौकरी मिल जाती. सो फ्रेंड्स, नेवर डू दैट. नेवर टेक that much botheration, never take that much tension कि जो आती हुई चीज है वो भी आप भूल जाओ. प्लीज वो मत करना. ओके. द नेक्स्ट थिंग, एक क्वेश्चन आया है और उसके बारे में मैं बोलने ही वाली थी, बट लेट मी टॉक टू यू अबाउट सम अदर थिंग्स फर्स्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैंने पूछा कि व्हाट आर योर हॉबीज. अगर आपने बता दिया कि मुझे क्रिकेट अच्छा लगता है तो डरना नहीं. अगर उन्होंने पूछा सवाल तो जवाब देना उस बात का. कोई ना कोई गेम तो हर एक व्यक्ति को अच्छा लगता है. मुझे स्पोर्ट्स वोर्ट्स में कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं, कोई रुचि नहीं, मेरे को नहीं करना है. In this mock interview, both of us tried to show you how should you be and how you should not be. तुमने कैसा रहना चाहिए ये जितना जरूरी है, उतना ही जरूरी है ये समझना कि आपने कैसा नहीं रहना चाहिए. सो फ्रेंड्स, नेगेटिविटी नहीं, कोई भी आंसर हो सके तो पॉजिटिव. आप ऐसे भी कह सकते हो मेरी हॉबी रीडिंग है. अच्छा, मेरे जैसा इंटरव्यूअर रहेगा तो फिर मैं पूछूंगी तो आप क्या पढ़ते हैं? व्हाट टाइप ऑफ बुक्स डू यू लाइक टू रीड? सपोज आपको ऑटोबायोग्राफीज अच्छी लगती है, यू कैन ऑलवेज से मुझे बिजनेस करने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है. और अगर आप बोलते हो कि मैंने ये बिजनेसमैन की ऑटोबायोग्राफी पढ़ी, एंड फ्रेंड्स ट्रूली मैंने अभी विट्ठल कामत जी की एक ऑटोबायोग्राफी पढ़ी है. बहुत बड़ा ही सुंदर किताब मैंने अभी पढ़ा और मैंने देखा कि जीरो से लेके इतने सक्सेसफुल वो. अच्छा लगा वो पढ़ना, क्योंकि इंटरव्यूअर्स के लिए जब मुझे पूछा जाता है तो ये सब बातें मुझे हेल्प करती है कि मुझे ये अच्छा लगता है, मैंने ये किया, मुझे ये बहुत पसंद है. टेल देम व्हाट यू लाइक, टेल देम यू वांट टू स्पेंड सम टाइम इन नेचर, दैट आल्सो इज योर हॉबी. क्या होता है नेचर में टाइम स्पेंड करने से? एंड योर आंसर कुड बी, इट गिव्स मी पीस. सब हरियाली सब हर जगह जब मेरे इर्द गिर्द रहती है तो मुझे बहुत शांत लगता है, मुझे अच्छा लगता है. Okay, that's a sign of prosperity, and this prosperity helps me to be prosperous in my thought. थोड़ा सा अपने जवाबों को तैयार करना होता है. और इसीलिए लास्ट टाइम मैंने होमवर्क का इंपॉर्टेंस आपको बताया था. फ्रेंड्स, होमवर्क में ये सारी चीजें आती हैं. प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट. ये होमवर्क करके जाना चाहिए, ये होमवर्क करके ही वहां बैठना चाहिए. उस इंस्टीट्यूशन के बारे में थोड़ी बहुत जानकारी तो लेते हुए जाना चाहिए जहां आप इंटरव्यू के लिए जा रहे हैं. आजकल तो आप लोग बहुत लकी हैं, आपको दर दर भटकना नहीं पड़ता. एक इंटरनेट पे बटन दबाया कि वो सारी इंफॉर्मेशन आपके सामने आती है. सो नो समथिंग अबाउट दैट इंस्टीट्यूशन. अब आपका सवाल कि अगर उन्होंने पूछा व्हाई शुड आई हायर यू, मैंने ये जॉब आपको क्यों देना चाहिए, तो उसका जवाब आपके पास रहना चाहिए. क्योंकि ये इंस्टीट्यूशन का प्रोग्रेस इतना अच्छा है और उस प्रोग्रेस का मैं भी एक हिस्सा बनूं, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. From where did you come to know about our progress? I've read about you on this and this website. I read about you on YouTube. I read about you on this and this social media page. Friends, Just why should you be hired? ये सवाल का जवाब देने के लिए उस इंस्टीट्यूशन के बारे में थोड़ी बहुत जानकारी तो आपको रहनी ही चाहिए. For example, 35 years before, when I was hired by St. Joseph's Junior College for a part of lecturer in chemistry, 105 ladies were there and only one man was there, though in the advertisement, it was very clearly mentioned that only ladies should apply. I appreciate that man. He said, I came for the interview. I knew I will not get the job, but I wanted to face the interview in a good institution. Interview कैसा होता है? मुझे job नहीं मिलेगा, मुझे पता है. Hats off to his confidence, यार. He came, he appeared for the interview. 108 लोगों में से हम 3 लोग सिलेक्ट हुए. और बताऊं आपको, उस वक्त मैं सिर्फ एमएससी और बीएड थी. मेरे बाकी के क्वालिफिकेशन मैंने नौकरी में रहते हुए अचीव किए. एंड दोस टू, one was MPhil, another was pursuing PhD and whatnot. They had much more to their credit as compared to what I had. But I appeared. I was the youngest of the lot. I appeared, and believe me, I joined as a lecturer in chemistry for a permanent job at the age of 23. मुझे लोग आके बोलते थे, ये इतनी सी छोटी सी लड़की को लिया तुमने, लगती तो भी है क्या लेक्चरर है करके. That is all comments during the interview I faced, but the final selection was done when we took the lesson and our students selected us. क्योंकि पढ़ना किसको है? Students को है. And that college was wise enough not to take a decision except the best were selected and then they were asked to teach. Friends, there are various types of interviews. मेरे को आजकल यंग इसमें चित्रा मैम ऐसा दिखता है कि सेल्स का जॉब बहुत एम्पली अवेलेबल रहता, पर स्टूडेंट्स डोंट वांट टू गो इन सेल्स जॉब. मैं बताऊं क्यों? क्योंकि कहीं तो भी पब्लिक स्पीकिंग का डर रहता है मन में. In sales job, though the salary is little less, but the perks are handsome. Very good perks you get, very good benefits you get monetarily. So why you hesitate from the sales job? I don't know. That will teach you public speaking. That will give you confidence. That will know how to deal with people, solve difficulties, various people, and you'll come across various people, you know. अलग अलग लोगों के साथ मुलाकातें होगी, अलग अलग लोगों के बारे में समझेगा, पता चलेगा, and you will be definitely enriched by that particular experience. So that was what your question was and what I wanted to add to it. मुझे सही में ऐसा लगता है कि यंग एज में सेल्स का जॉब आप लोगों ने जरूर लेना चाहिए. It's important, it's nice. Take it, get selected for it, meet people, do your best, and then dictate your terms. फिर आपको एक्चुअली कौन सा जॉब चाहिए वो थोड़ा सा तो पहले घिसाई भैया करनी ही पड़ती है, कुछ साल पहले, 2.5-3 साल. तो then you have to work and work. You will have to be workaholic and then go ahead with that. Okay, now the next question. इस पोस्ट पे जो लोग रहते हैं वो जनरली क्या मिस्टेक्स कर सकते हैं? फ्रेंड्स, we all make mistakes. For example, I was asked this question 35 years before by a nun who was a provincial superior from Rome. Rome में थे वो और उन्होंने पूछा था ये सवाल कि what do you think the people selected on the post of lecturer chemistry do the mistakes? Without any hesitation, I said, chemistry is an explosive subject. If they are not careful in the laboratory with their students, with the chemicals, with all the other things like burner, concentrated chemicals, without apron working, leaving the bottles where they are, the acid bottles are kept wherever they are. These are the mistakes generally some of my teachers have done. And that is why I feel seniors also can make those mistakes. And I assure you, I will never ever do those mistakes. And friends, bloodlessly, 35 years I have worked and recently retired on 30th of April without a single accident to my credit or without a single spilling of acids or any explosions with the burners. You have to have that confidence. You have answer for everything. इसीलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ बार बार, होमवर्क करके जाना बहुत जरूरी है. आज के 2 मुद्दे हमने डिसाइड किए थे. एक था बॉडी लैंग्वेज और दूसरा था पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड. बॉडी लैंग्वेज भी मैंने बताया, पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड भी बताया, मैंने निगेटिव एटीट्यूड नहीं रहना चाहिए इसके बारे में भी आपसे बातचीत की. अब वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, After your interview gets over, you already know their email, you already know their social media account. Please thank them for giving you a chance for this particular interview. कई बार ऐसा हुआ है कि मुझे उन लोगों ने आके बताया है, मैम, we sent mail thanking them, and the gesture was appreciated, and I got a job, not on that post, on the other post, but I was chosen because the quality of mine was appreciated by them. This is non-verbal communication. इसमें आपको बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप करके दिखाइए, दिखाइए कि आपको उसके बारे में बहुत आस्था है, importance है. You have that close feeling towards that particular institution. It gave you a chance to appear for the interview. Remember, interviews are not, यानी ऐसा नहीं है कि एक ही इंटरव्यू लिया उसी में जॉब मिलना चाहिए, इसमें फेल हो गए तो अगले बार सिलेक्ट ही नहीं होंगे, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं रहता. ऑन द कंट्री, फर्स्ट सेकंड में नहीं मिला तो थर्ड में हम बहुत मेच्योर होके और अपनी गलतियां प्रीवियस इसमें जो की थी वो न करते हुए आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. सो आई रिपीट वेरी क्विकली, your body language, your non-verbal communication, and the content matters a lot. Content has the least percentage. The body language should be very positive, very firm, very joyful appearance you should have when you sit in front of others. अपने को नहीं लगता क्या कि कोई ऐसे लोग अपने को जिंदगी में कई बार मिलते हैं कि जो बार बार अपना रोना ही गाते रहते हैं, ऐसा हुआ यार क्या करूं, वैसा हुआ यार क्या करूं, मेरा नसीब ही ऐसा है, आई डोंट नो, बाकी सबको सब अच्छा मिलता है, मुझे ही नहीं मिलता. कुछ दिनों बाद ऐसे लोगों को दूसरे लोग अवॉइड करने लगते हैं. क्यों अवॉइड करने लगते हैं? क्योंकि उन लोग आते हैं तो साथ में निगेटिविटी लेकर आते हैं. तो आप भी इंटरव्यू को जाते वक्त पॉजिटिव अप्रोच से जाइए, गुड बॉडी लैंग्वेज के साथ जाइए और उस प्रीवियस इंस्टीट्यूशन के बारे में थोड़ी बहुत जानकारी रख के अपने बारे में भी अच्छा ही उनके सामने पोस्ट कीजिए. चित्रा मैम, I wanted to say certain things which I have conveyed it to them. Now, please, may I leave the house open for the questions?
Yes, ma'am. We can do that.
Yes.
So, students, please share in case if you have any questions about
what we have discussed today, what we have discussed last time. These two sessions से के साथ आपको क्या पूछना है मुझे? You can, please.
ma'am, I had a question.
बोलिए, please.
Like, suppose if a student want to volunteer right now, would anybody from you would like to volunteer? Rutuja, Revati, Pooja?
Ma'am, there is one
interview?
question. Can you type it once again? There was one question just now. Ma'am, if you want to do job in government bank, then how to apply? Hello? I'm audible?
Yes,
Hello,
ma'am.
am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I want to do a job in bank. How to apply? Okay, friends, please remember, all the banks which are nationalized, they appoint through their selection process. They have a written exam first and then the direct interviews. So you will have to keep an eye very closely on the employment news or the local newspaper or the national newspaper where the advertisement for the recruitment in the nationalized bank will appear. Now, there are certain private banks. So either you will have to know their websites or you will have to know somebody over there who handle this hiring process and get their mail ID, and on that mail you can send your mail and ask them. There are cooperative banks, but to approach those cooperative bank is through the platform they have on the social media. But all nationalized bank will have a common entrance examination for which the advertisement every now and then will appear in employment news of various types, national newspapers as well as the local newspapers. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other question? Thank you, Namrata. Any other question? You're always so active. Rajiv, Sandy, Aman. No question from your side? Shritika, Anjali. You are active in giving responses. देखो, एज अ टीचर तो मैं बताती हूँ कि क्वेश्चन दो ही वक्त नहीं रह सकते। एक तो सब समझा तो कुछ भी नहीं पूछने लायक, या फिर कुछ भी नहीं समझा। आई होप वी आर नॉट इन द सेकेंड कैटेगरी। Thank you, Diksha. Ma'am, sometimes we hesitate in English language. So how can you deal it during the interview? Diksha, any language. Last time probably you are not there or what, I don't know. But this question was answered by me in the last session. I will answer it once again, no problem. Any language. Okay, Abhishek, I'll come to your question. Okay. I'll first answer Diksha and then I will answer your question. So I was talking to you, Diksha, about the English language. Any language, well spoken, depends upon the communication you have in that language with others. अब हमको अपनी मातृभाषा क्यों अच्छे से आती है? हमको हमारी मातृभाषा अच्छे से आती है क्योंकि हम उस भाषा में बार बार बोलते हैं, जिसको हम कम्युनिकेशन कहते हैं। इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज का भी ऐसा ही है, फाइनली वो भी तो एक लैंग्वेज ही है। आप जितना दूसरों से बोलोगे उतना आप परफेक्ट होंगे इस लैंग्वेज में। इंटरव्यू को जाने के पहले अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ, जिनको इंग्लिश अच्छे से आती है उनके साथ, या किसी के भी साथ जिनके साथ तुम बातचीत कर सकती हो और उनको भी थोड़ा बहुत इंग्लिश आता है, उनके साथ प्रैक्टिस करके आप अपने इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज का डर भी निकाल सकते हो मन से और साथ में परफेक्ट भी हो सकते हो। होता क्या है, हम उस भाषा में बोलते नहीं है, फिर हमारी जो भाषा है बोलने वाली, बोलचाल वाली, घर वाली, उसी भाषा हम सोचते हैं और उसी भाषा में सोचते सोचते उसका हम इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेशन कर देते हैं और फिर वो कुछ तो भी अजीब गजीब सा हो जाता है। इसलिए प्लीज टॉक टू दैट पर्सन हु नोस बेटर इंग्लिश, clarify certain doubts if you have with that person before you go in for public appearance. Is that okay, Diksha? Have more and more communication in that language is the answer.
Ma'am, my
Thank
question.
you for your response, Diksha. Yeah. Yes,
So
ma'am,
ma'am,
please.
my question was like most of the students right now with us are from banking and finance. There are
Okay.
few from digital marketing as well, but
Okay.
for banking and finance. So probably the questions which the employers, the interviewer might be posing would be regarding their domain, right? So
Yeah.
how important it would be for them to brush their the developments in their particular field.
Ma'am, they have to be updated with their current
And
knowledge
similarly
about their
for
own
them
field.
to have knowledge.
Hello, ma'am, your voice was getting
Yes, ma'am.
cut. Your voice was getting cut, but what I could understand was most of the students are from banking and finance field. Okay. And
Yeah.
and they will be questioned about their domain or their field. Huh.
Yes.
So what to do?
Yes.
The first, I think last time also I answered this, but with the different reference. Now also I'm answering. You have to have the current and the update knowledge of your field for which you are going to appear for interview. अगर हमको जिस फील्ड में जाना है उसके बारे में हमें ही मालूमात नहीं, तो वो इंटरव्यूअर सवाल पूछेगा और अपने को कुछ नहीं आएगा तो क्या कर सकेंगे बताइए आप? बराबर है आपका अंजलि कि क्रेडिट कार्ड बेचने के लिए, कार्ड से करने के लिए, आपको पता है बैंक के एम्प्लॉइज में कभी-कभी पेट्रोल पे भी देखती हूँ, दे आर अपॉइंटेड देयर, क्योंकि उनका एक टारगेट रहता है कि इतने टारगेट में इतना बिजनेस होना ही चाहिए। एंड यू आर आस्किंग एनी अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर द फ्रेशर्स? यस, देयर आर अपॉर्चुनिटीज। मैं इसीलिए बोल रही हूँ बार बार कि आपको ना वो रोजगार समाचार, एम्प्लॉयमेंट न्यूज, उसमें आप लोगों को पोस्ट्स और फ्रेशर्स ने अप्लाई करना कि नहीं करना, और सेल्स या फिर डेस्क जॉब, उसके बारे में पूरी मालूमात रहती है। व्हेन द बैंक vacant seats are advertised and the exam for that is advertised, the remaining things what are expected from you are also advertised along with that. So the only answer for that is you will have to be very vigilant about the advertisements which will come for the employment. Coming back to what we were discussing, and that is you will have to be perfect in your in the knowledge of your own field. एक तो बात श्योर है कि आप बैंकिंग और फाइनेंस का एक्सपीरियंस लेके इंटरव्यू को जाओगे तो आप हु इज द फर्स्ट लेडी टू रिसीव ओलंपिक मेडल फॉर इंडिया इन ओलंपिक्स, ये तो सवाल नहीं पूछेंगे आपसे। नेचुरली जो भी सवाल किया जाएगा वो आपके फील्ड से रिलेटेड ही किया जाएगा। हेंस आई एम सेइंग अगेन एंड अगेन, प्लीज बी अपडेट विथ योर नॉलेज। अपने फील्ड के बारे में लेटेस्ट इंफॉर्मेशन क्या है, अपने फील्ड में क्या क्या चेंजेस हुए हैं, कौन से गवर्नमेंट रूल्स आए हैं, या क्या हो सकता है, और आपको ये जॉब अच्छी क्यों लगती है, या फिर आपने ये फील्ड चूज क्यों किया है। ये तो कम से कम छोटी मोटी बातों का अपने पास में इंफॉर्मेशन रहना चाहिए। ओके, नाउ वन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन यू हैव आस्क्ड इज हाउ डू वी ड्रेस फॉर योर इंटरव्यू? Ma'am, how much time one should take while introducing yourself, as sometimes? Okay, I'll answer that also, but first, how should you dress for the interview? Please try to go in formals. Formals are the best dressing sense, I should say, for anyone to appear for interview. No jazzy clothes, स्पेशली लड़कियों ने झिलमिल सितारों का आंगन होगा टाइप वाले वो झिलमिल आंटी टाइप कपड़े पहन के नहीं जाना। आपका फोकस काम पे है, ये आपके तैयार होने से भी सामने वाले तक पहुंचना चाहिए। द ड्रेसिंग सेंस हैज टू बी मॉडेस्ट, इट हैज टू बी फॉर्मल, द चॉइस ऑफ कलर्स शुड बी पेस्टल शेड्स एज मच पॉसिबल, दे शुड नॉट बी द गॉडी शेड्स, आंखों को तकलीफ हो ऐसी शेड्स नहीं होनी चाहिए, बहुत टिकलियों से चमचमाता हुआ नहीं चाहिए। बॉयज ने भी वो सैटिन टाइप शाइनी टाइप ऑफ शर्ट्स नहीं पहनने चाहिए। सिंपल कॉटन क्लोथ्स which should be, they may not be new, but they should be clean, ironed and presentable. Is the idea clear about the dressing? आपके ड्रेस के बारे में आइडिया क्लियर हो गई आपको?
Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you. Now the question is, how much time should we give to introduce ourselves? To introduce ourselves, we should not take more than 10 to 15 seconds. क्या बताना है आपको? Hello, I am Manisha. My name is so and so, full name. My education qualifications are so and so. And I feel with my qualification and experience, I will fit in for this particular job. कितना वक्त लगा? Hardly 15 seconds. It should not be ऐसे no, not like this. हाँ तो बिल्कुल पूरा बंद. So no, and then that, again and again and again and again the same thing. No. Clear?
Ma'am, I guess, sorry to interrupt, I guess we missed on one question. I have a feeling. Ma'am,
Okay.
the question is, Pankaj, ma'am, can I use two-way communication in interview? Is this right or wrong?
No. What does he exactly mean by two-way communication?
Pankaj, can you speak about it rather
Because
than texting?
Chitra ma'am, when we are interviewing
Yes, ma'am.
somebody, so it is a two-way communication. We are asking question, they are answering. अच्छा अच्छा, टू
No, he's
लैंग्वेज
talking about Hindi and
बाइलिंगुअल,
English.
ओके. पंकज हाँ, दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज वरीड अबाउट. अच्छा, पंकज मींस बाइलिंगुअल, यानी दो भाषा में हम कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हैं क्या? पंकज, इज दैट ओके? दैट इज व्हाट यू वांटेड टू आस्क मी? पर मैं ऐसा समझ के चलती हूँ कि उनको यही कहना था कि हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों भाषा का वापर करते हुए क्या हम, थैंक यू पंकज, क्या हम जवाब दे सकते हैं? बिल्कुल दे सकते हैं. आप कह सकते हो, सर, instead of English, I would like to give you the answer for this question in Hindi. But again, everything depends upon your job requirement. If they've said fluent in English, फिर भी आप इंटरव्यू को गए, बहुत अच्छी बात की, then you can say, I am not fluent here to answer this question. So please permit me to answer in Hindi. ऐसा बोल के भी पंकज आप कर सकते हो. और आजकल सभी लोग 2 या 3 लैंग्वेजेस का इस्तेमाल करते हुए ही एक दूसरे के साथ कम्युनिकेट करते हैं. So nothing will go wrong according to me. Okay? Is that okay? You're always welcome, Pankaj. You're always welcome. Any other difficulties? Any other problems?
Ma'am, I guess we have covered almost all the aspects.
Okay. So should we call it a day
Students, do
then?
you have any more questions? Students, do you have any more questions? Oh, this is, she's asked, Anjali has asked a question. Which certificate
I
course?
am unable to see, I don't know. But let me know the question, please.
Ma'am, which certificate courses are most important for any job? So it's a very generic question, like which certificate courses were, common and is required for several jobs. That is what I guess she means by it. Right, Anjali? One particular certificate which probably can be useful for several jobs. Right, Anjali? Am I audible? Yeah. So she says that probably, so she probably means that one particular skill, if she acquires, she can apply at various jobs. Like,
नहीं, मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता कि मतलब एक ही सर्टिफिकेट ऐसा कोई नहीं है कि जैसे जादू की छड़ी के समान कि इतना सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स कर लो तो तुमको कहीं भी किसी भी फील्ड में नौकरी मिल जाएगी. ऐसा तो नहीं होता. हर एक फील्ड का अपना स्पेशलिटी होता है, तो अपने अपने स्पेशलिटी के अनुसार ही करना पड़ेगा. और मेरे दृष्टि से तो केवल सर्टिफिकेट पे डिपेंड ना करते हुए एक डिग्री या पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन की डिग्री लेना बहुत जरूरी है. अब रही बात सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स इन पर्टिकुलर थिंग, तो यस, जैसे फाइनेंस का सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स आफ्टर डूइंग देयर बीकॉम, इट विल बी डेफिनेटली हेल्पफुल. जैसे होम साइंस का एक बीटेक करने के बाद अ सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स इन पार्लर और मेकअप, definitely that certificate course will surely have the validity when the degree is already taken in that particular field. आप सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स पक्का करो, लेकिन किसी एक डिग्री के साथ करोगे तो वो जरूर मैटर करेगा. इट विल हेल्प. सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स केवल 10वीं के बाद या 12वीं के बाद करने के लिए मैं थोड़ा डिस्करेज करती हूँ, क्योंकि केवल 10वीं के बाद में सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स के लिए वो बहुत मैच्योरिटी लगती है फिर वो जॉब में अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करने में. सो हो सके तो कम से कम एक डिग्री लेके, अंडर ग्रेजुएट की डिग्री लेके आप सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स करिए. फिर बोलते हैं ना कि फिर वो सर्टिफिकेट से 4 चांद लग जाते हैं आपके क्वालिफिकेशन में. सो प्लीज टेक अ डिग्री एंड देन टेक अ सर. यानी कॉमर्स वालों ने फाइनेंस में सर्टिफिकेट लेके फिर उसको जल्दी से जॉब मिल जाना, ये बहुत ही अच्छी बात है, ये जायज है. लेकिन केवल सर्टिफिकेट ऐसे विदाउट कंप्लीटिंग द ग्रेजुएशन या ये मत करो जहां तक हो सके. हाँ, अब आपके घर की कोई मतलब फैमिली प्रॉब्लम्स है या और कुछ है, जल्दी से जॉब मिलाना चाहते हो और इसलिए करते हो तो जरूर करो. फिर वो सर्टिफिकेट होने के बाद कहाँ जॉब मिल जाएगा, तो उसके बाद अपनी डिग्री का 1 आध साल रह गया होगा तो वो कंप्लीट करो. पर डिग्री कंप्लीट करके वो सर्टिफिकेट अगर करोगे तो उसको बहुत ही वैल्यू रहेगी. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. I guess, ma'am, all the students don't have any more questions right now. So should
Okay.
we move towards vote of thanks, students?
Yeah,
Uh,
first I want to thank the organizers, Chitra ma'am. I only have read about the various work what you all are doing for these students, and spending time with them, giving them so many important help you are extending to them. Uh, I'm sure when the boss is good, then the ship sails well. So I'm sure I really have never met them. I did not get a chance to talk to them, but whether they are here in the session or not, that also I don't know. But if they are there, I'm personally thanking you, sir, ma'am, for giving me this chance to appear with your wonderful students for this particular session, Nervous to Knockout Part 2. I thank all the organizers and the technicians who helped me to make this session without any interruption to go very smooth. Again, the top officials and the top bosses who are responsible for making or arranging or organizing this or giving permission for this session, I'm thankful from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, each and everyone involved. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It was indeed a wonderful session. What I liked the most about the session was, of course, we were able to actually present the kind of mistakes students generally make. That is what I have observed when when we interview interns or trainees. So that so I had noticed this particular aspects, and I thought that this would be a wonderful thing to present before our students, that hey, please look out for this particular aspects and avoid doing that while you are being interviewed. So, and thank you for highlighting the most important aspect is the non-verbal communication,
Yes.
especially trying to avoid basically fidgeting or
Yes.
biting nails or covering the face. All these small things are important, and it's not just for this particular interview. We are trying to train you for your next job which you will be taking. I'm sure
Yes.
you will be facing lot of you will be dealing with a lot of customers, with your seniors, and all these tips which ma'am has given you during which you can not just use for the interview, but also you can use the same while you are working in a team, when you are in a meeting, when you want to put across uh, your thoughts or your perspectives, or you have to convince your boss, or you have to convince your team. So all these aspects, I'm sure they are going to help you in the long run. So thank you so much, ma'am, for coming here once again. Students, all the very best. Thank you, all of you, for joining, and all the very best for your next job interview. Hope all of you get a good job as very soon. So thank you, team. Omji, Kaziji, Jyoti ji, thank you so much. Ramya is, we are missing you, Ramya. Tanmay sir, of course, without Tanmay sir's help, this particular session would not have been there. So thank you, Mamta ji. Thank you, everyone from NUSSD. And thank you so much, ma'am, for coming, for spending
So I
time
wish them
with us.
all
And
the
in
best
case,
for their future endeavors.
yes, exactly. And students, if you have any questions, please mail it to us. We'll forward it to ma'am. She can answer it over the email. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Omji, we would like to end the session, the meet.
जी जी, sure sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, each and everyone. Thank you.